Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is still Brian. This is still my channel, and you may notice that I have a little bit of a different background than I usually use. The reason for that is because I'm not actually at my apartment where I do most of my filming. Right now, I am actually in Colorado, and for a little bit of backstory on that, I have mentioned before, and I'll definitely mention again, that I am a big trivia player. I like quizzes. I like to kind of show off my knowledge level, all that fun stuff. And one of the websites where I do a lot of that trivia playing on is called SPORCLE. So the company SPORCLE is actually holding a sort of haunted trivia convention, is the best way I can describe it. And it is taking place where I am right now at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. And the Stanley Hotel is said to be the hotel that inspired Stephen King to write The Shining. So I figured for a little bit of a special, spookier episode, well, spookier, in quotes, what better way of celebrating that event than playing a little bit of Sporkle myself? So what I've gone ahead and done is queued up maybe like 10 to 12 different quizzes on Sporkle, pretty much alternating between general like spooky themes and Stephen King themes specifically. So we are going to spend the next 45 minutes or so just playing through some of those and seeing how we do. You can feel free to play along with me. Let me know how you do in the comments, and we will go ahead and get started. So the first quiz here you can see is name the horror movie by the spooky face. So presumably this is going to be one where they give us, different pictures. We got to name the movies that those pictures come from. Of course, I'm playing this on my own here, but you are welcome to play along. Post your scores in the comments. Post what you thought about each quiz. All of that fun stuff. For now, I will go ahead, scroll down, get us started with quiz number 1. We can tell right off the bat that that is going to be Michael Myers, so this is going to be Halloween, or at least one of the Halloween movies. This is Samara, the girl from The Ring. Next, Freddy Krueger. That's a really weird, like, Nightmare on Elm Street still. Like, it looks like he's just kind of keeping his eyes open really weirdly. Anyway, this is Jason jumping out at the end of Friday the 13th. I'm not a huge horror movie expert. I haven't seen a lot, but I know a little bit about them. Oh, I mean, this is probably King Kong, right? I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen that movie either, so I don't know how spooky it is. Oh, that is something more recent. It's like Sinister or Insidious or something of that type. Okay, it is Sinister. Oh, and I just noticed that they're giving us the years for them too, so that's helpful. Was actually just watching Jordan Breeding's every Hellraiser movie explained, so that one helps. What on earth is that? Doesn't even look silly so much as it looks, or doesn't look spooky as much as it looks goofy. Maybe like a labyrinth or something like that, but maybe some kind of Jim Henson Fraggle Rock nonsense, but I don't know that right now. Oh, that's definitely the Xenomorph from Alien. Oh, that is the still from the Exorcist. That was like the one like subliminal footage of Pazuzu. What on earth? This is 2002. I'm not entirely sure. It is moderately spooky. Is it like the others or something? I don't know. I doubt it, because the others was like Nicole Kidman. Doesn't seem like that kind of aesthetic. We'll move on. Oh. This is that Guillermo del Toro movie. I'm just trying to remember what it was called. It was who? Are You Afraid of the Dark or something like that? No, it's not Are You Afraid of the Dark. It's something like that though. At least if I'm not mistaken. That's gonna be an annoying revelation. Oh, that is Art the Clown from Terrifier. Yeah, I do not like him. Oh, speaking of Guillermo del Toro, this is Pan's Labyrinth. Again, not specifically a spooky movie, but woof, that is unnerving. This is the twist at the end of Sleepaway Camp. What on earth? Okay, this is a dude with spider leg head. I do not recognize that still at all. 1981. Honestly, she kind of reminds me of Miss Hart from WandaVision and Agatha All Along, but not somebody that I recognize at the moment. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is Other Mother, and that is Coraline. Ooh. I mean, based on the fact that it looks like a nun, I'm going to say The Nun, not the Nin, The Nun. 2013. Ooh. I feel like I recognize this, but I don't know. It's like a Ouija or something like that. I do not know. I'm going to move on. Oh. It's like a goblins or a trolls or something like that. Definitely Troll 2. No. Okay. Moving on. Oh, I mean, based on the year and the aesthetic, I'm going to say this is an American Werewolf in London. And it is. Thank you. Oh, this is the Darth Maul jumping out at you from behind scene from, oh gosh, what is it? Insidious, I think. Insidious and Sinister are such similar titles, and I get them mixed up all the time. Any SpongeBob fan recognizes this one. Nosferatu. Though you might not have recognized it as a movie when you watched it as a SpongeBob episode for the first time when you saw it referenced on SpongeBob. Definitely great guy, Hannibal Lecter. You know, role model for us all. This is Silence of the Lambs, of course. And that is the 7 that, and now we're sort of cycling back to the 7 that I did not know. So is there any of these that really stands out as like oh my gosh, why am I not recognizing this? This one just looks goofy. Like, this is not, this is not an unnerving one so much as it makes me want to laugh. That one is more unnerving, but I don't know what it is. 2002. I think The Ring is from that one, from that same year, but I've already got that one. I know it. It's a long title. It's annoying because it feels like I should have this one, but I am not gonna pull it, I don't think. I'll just run through these real quick in case you at home know any of them or want some more time to look at them. Man, I don't know. Is there any like 1970 something like The Omen or something like that? 1990. That's from Beetlejuice. Really? I don't even remember that. Man, I need to rewatch that movie because I enjoyed it. Oh, 1988. I guess that is the year of Beetlejuice. 28 Days Later. That's from 28 Days Later? Again, not a movie that I've ever seen. Based on what I know about it, not what I would have guessed for that one. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I knew there was a dark involved and I could not pull it. Oh man, that's annoying. Absolutely new. It Chapter. Oh, okay. Yeah, again, not one that I probably would have guessed, but I guess it makes sense given, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shapeshift into the, form of your worst fears. Let's see what else we got. The Evil Dead. Oh, that is a very, like, Sam Raimi kind of aesthetic, sure. Again, The Conjuring. Really? Okay. I guess that, again, makes sense based on the year, but not one that I would have actually gotten. I think the only thing from The Conjuring that I would have gotten is either, like, something with Ed or Lorraine Warren or, like, the Hide and Clap, which is, like, the thing that was from all the trailers at the time. The Witches, which I think, was that a Roald Dahl adaptation? Definitely a little bit less spooky. Alright, so, at least I assume it's less spooky. I've never actually seen it. So, you can tell here I've got a whole bunch of tabs open here. That was just the first of our many tabs. Let's go ahead and move to our next one. We've got some Stephen King movies by picture. Can you name these movies that are based on Stephen King's work? So I'm basically like interpolating these. So I'm going to have like General Spooky, then Stephen King. General Spooky, then Stephen King. And we'll just kind of go down the list that way. I do not anticipate to do very well. I am not a Stephen King expert, but I know that one is The Shawshank Redemption. So that's a good start. As long as I can actually type. There we go. This is The Green Mile. Going with a couple of, like, Stephen King's more serious stuff first. This is Firestarter, I think. Drew Barrymore, right? Yeah. This is Misery, of course. Annie Wilkes and Paul Sheldon. Well, there we go. I am in the Shining Hotel right now. I will say, just as a heads up, if I suddenly disappear, it's probably because the ghosts have taken possession of me. And if you sort of hear me, panting or short of breath, that's just because my fat ass is out of shape and I am a mile high and not used to it. Anyway, this is the mist, I think. The mist and the fog I used to get mixed up all the time, but I think that's the mist. What on earth? I'm not sure on that one. Kind of gives me like a North Pole or South Pole, The Thing vibes, but I don't think that was Stephen King, so I'm moving on. Oh my gosh. That is... Oh my god, I know that too. I don't think it's Christine. I mean, I can try it, but I think it's the one where it was Maximum Overdrive, was it called? Hey, it is. Look at me. This is Stand By Me, based on his The Body. Oh, this is Cujo. That's just a sad story. Like, it wasn't possession, it wasn't anything like that, it was just rabies. And it makes me feel bad for the poor dog. Anyway, given that there's corn and that's a child, makes sense. Oh, speaking of SpongeBob, it looks like one of the two like hillbillies from the SpongeBob movie. What'll it be, fellas? Mustard or ketchup? But I do not know actually what this is, so I'm gonna move on. Oh, is that Kathy Bates? I am not entirely sure on this one. Alright, moving on. Okay, this is Carrie. This might be Christine. Yeah, this is Christine. This is It, the Tim Curry version. I wonder if they'll give us the Bill Skarsgård version as well. Ooh. Isn't there like a... I don't know if this would be like a Gerald's Game or something like that. I'll try it. I know there's like a in-cabin aesthetic, but I didn't think that was probably going to be it. Oh, this is The Running Man. Again, not one you might remember was based on Stephen King, but it was. Oh no. I watched the Actually about Stephen King, and I remember this being mentioned, and it was like some kind of cat-shifting monsters that are weak to actual cats who can sense them out or something like that. I don't know what it's called, and I know they mentioned it, and I'm annoyed by that. I don't really have anywhere to get started on that one. Oh. Okay, that is, again, very, like, distinctive aesthetic, but not one that I want to know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, at this point I'm just kind of flipping through them, because I'm not, like, recognizing any of these off the top of my head. Like I mentioned, I'm not a Stephen King expert, nor have I seen a lot of the movies based on his work. Oh. I'm not sure on that one. Oh, that might be the one with the cat-like creatures. I definitely remember seeing that. Because I thought they looked very similar. There's like a version with the like cats in their human-esque form, and then one in their like more monstrous form. Maybe I saw both. Anyway, yeah, I don't know any of the rest of these. Alright, 54%. Perfectly average. As all things should be. Alright, so we got Shawshank, got Green Mile. What's this first one? 1408. Was not familiar with that. Was not gonna get it. Creep Show. Okay, I guess that makes sense, but if it wasn't like that weird Crypt Keeper dude, I was not gonna pull it. Oh, Dolores Claiborne. Okay, that's what that looks like. Interesting. Secret Window. Okay, they're just pulling stuff I've never heard of. Pet Cemetery. Okay, that's a very distinctive Pet Cemetery. Definitely a guessable one, but not one I would have guessed. I mean, I've never heard of Silver Bullet, but that is indeed a silver bullet, so that does track. Apt Pupil. Man, some of these I've just never heard of. The Dead Zone. Oh, that makes sense. It's like a guy waking up after a coma or something like that. The Dark Half. Nope, absolutely not. Dreamcatcher. It's a thing that I've heard of, but was not going to pull. Sleepwalkers. That's what it was called. Yeah, that's the cat people. And then Needful Things. Okay. So again, not one I was going to pull a lot of, but I think I got the one that I was going to get. Moving on to a spooky acrostic puzzle. Can you answer the questions in the spooky puzzle to reveal the title of a mystery song? Let's find out. Okay, so, 1990 series of young adult horror fiction books. I don't know that. This is Treehouse of Horror. You could have one of these before Christmas. We saw our friend Freddy Krueger earlier. This is Hocus Pocus. Not one I've ever watched, but I know there's a cult following there. Main antagonist, bringing back our friend Michael Myers, not to be confused with Mike. Little Shop of Horrors. Famous Seymour. Little Shop of Horrors. There's one shop, multiple horrors. Much like Walmart. The Wicked, one of the Four Greatest Sabbats. I don't know. Okay. Jack-o'-lantern of the proud Irish O'Lantern family. 1958 romantic comedy starring Kim Novak and Jimmy Stewart. That's fascinating. I don't know that. Let's see here. Silver Bullet. Speaking of Stephen King things that I've not heard of. This is Trick or Treat. Obviously. Physical Manifestation. I'm assuming they just want Pennywise the Clown. Yeah, they do. This is Beetlejuice, which I'm not going to miss again. Interactive horror-based. Ooh. Okay, this is the Monster Mash. Okay, so this is something to do with Halloween. This is Halloween from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Or not Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare Before Christmas. Alright. Is there anything here? Again, I'll give you sort of y'all the chance to try to work these out on your own if you would like. Because it's not Goosebumps, it's not Fear Street. It seems interesting though, like, so full disclosure, like, I do keep, like, flashcards for me to study for should I, ever get on Jeopardy and, need a whole lot of material to look at. But, some of this stuff I've never heard of, so this is going to be some flashcard con for sure. On the Wiccan Wheel of the Year, one of the four greater Sabbats. Oh, Samhain, I guess. There we go. 1958 romantic comedy starring Kim Novak. Again, interesting. Not one I think I've heard of. Point horror, interesting. Oh, Bell Book and Candle, which are the rites for like a Catholic excommunication, I think. Weird. And then Atmosphere, interesting. And 82%. All right, that's at least better than average. I think Samhain is probably a tough one. I don't know what the other tough ones would have been though. Little Shop of Horrors, maybe. Anyway, moving on. Back to Stephen King. Can you name these Stephen King books from one-word clues? We are going to try it. This is It. This is Firestarter, because pyrokinesis is literally starting fires. Sparrows, probably the birds. Wait, no, not the birds. That was Daphne du Maurier. What else could it be? Moving on. This is going to be Carrie. Koufax. Is that like a Pet and Pet Cemetery, maybe? No, I don't know. Ooh. Prince, Gypsy, Marathon, Virus, Toddler. Vampire. There's a few vampire ones. Plymouth is going to be Plymouth Fury. That's Christine. Hotel is going to be The Shining, probably. Mouse. Bedridden is Misery. Televised. Maybe The Running Man. Yep. Pulse. Ooh. Coma. I think I mentioned that was The Dead Zone. I don't know many things about The Dead Zone, but I know that. And then, of course, I mentioned Cujo is Rabies. Sparrows. Okay, what else? What else can we get? Oh my gosh. What's the vampire one? My god, I'm definitely not doing great on these. Koufax, Prince. I don't think it's probably like Little Red Corvette. Oh, no. It's not the Running Man, because I got that one. What is it? Toddler. Oh, gosh. Pulse. Eclipse. Oh, mouse. It is, wasn't that like John Coffey's friend in the Green Mile? He had a mouse. Okay, there we go. Is there like a Shawshank Redemption one? And I know we had a Green Mile already. Virus, Toddler, Pulse, Eclipse. That Virus one is annoying me because, again, I know it. I just always assume it's Dolores Claiborne. Sparrows. Could be like The Stand or... That cat one, I'm going to say right now they're going to ask about that cat one again, and I'm not going to remember it. Virus, Toddler... And this is all Stephen King, right? Yeah. Nah, I am not sure about any of the rest of these. Thinner! Oh yeah, he like runs over the gypsy or something like that, and she curses him or whatever. The Long Walk, that's the one I was trying to think of. It's like, not The Long March. Oh, I even said this, Stan, and I completely forgot that was started by a virus. Not the one that I was trying to think of, though. Dolores Claiborne is about an eclipse. I need to learn that. Salem's Lot is the vampires. Yeah, this is a good, like, reminder of the things that I need to be reminded of. Because some of these are very basic, and I was just not pulling them. Though I do need to figure out what the dark half is. Alright, moving on to spooky jokes. Can you pick the punchline of these spooky jokes? Let's see what we can do. Why was the pumpkin so happy? Let's see. Why would the pumpkin have been happy? No, that doesn't make sense. They look at the horoscope when you're rap, spooktical, spelling. It was having a good time. Aww. What's the pumpkin's favorite genre? I mean, maybe rap. I don't entirely get it. A blood vessel, broom cupboard, always coffin, and a graveyard. Yeah, it's probably rap, but let's go back to it. What do ghosts wear if they can't see? Spookticles. Why was the skeleton so mean? He was heartless. Aw, how do you tell a vampire has a cold? He's always coughing. What does a pumpkin call his family? That's his pumpkin. Where do ghouls send their post? Oh, the ghost office. Aw. Where do you bury a roast dinner? A graveyard. Probably relevant around Thanksgiving as well, which is coming up. What's a ghost's favorite game? Ghost's favorite game. Hide and Shriek. There we go. When is it bad luck to be followed by a black cat? When is it? When you're a rat. That makes sense. Kind of an anti-joke, honestly, because any type of cat. What's your favorite class? Of course, that's going to be spelling. What do you get if you cross a duck and vampire? That's our friend Count Quackula. What do you call a witch's garage? That is their broom cupboard, because that's where they keep their vehicle. What's the vampire's favorite type of boat? Blood vessel. Mummy's favorite music is rap. There we go. I knew it was gonna be not that. How does guns tell their future? They look at their horoscope. What sort of makeup do ghosts wear? Mascara. Where do ghosts go shopping? At the Ghost Street shop. Okay, sure. Everyone's dying to get in. Why are skeletons so chill? Nothing gets under their skin. And the pumpkin's favorite genre? Pulp fiction. That makes more sense. Alright, very quick. Very efficient. Yay us. Moving on. Figured that was going to be a little bit of an easy one to break up the Stephen King stuff that I would have no idea about. Can you choose the Stephen King movie in which each actor starred? Let's find out if we can do that. Joan Allen. Ooh. Okay, I know who that is. I have a flashcard on her, speaking of, but I don't have any of this information. Moving on. Okay, Jennifer Jason Leigh. She wasn't in Misery. Could have been a Christine. I'm gonna say Pet Sematary. No, Dolores Claiborne. It's always Dolores Claiborne. Linda Hamilton. So she was the chick from Terminator. We just had a Dolores Claiborne. I'm hoping it's not another one. Don't think it's the Running Man either. Let's say she's nope. Children of the Corn, really. Okay, well he is Shawshank Redemption. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Running Man. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. It's not it. It's not I don't think it's Stand By Me. Let's go Hearts in Atlantis. Secret Window. 50-50. Idris Elba. He was the Gunslinger or the Man in Black? Either way, he was in the Dark Tower. I know. Matthew McConaughey was the other one. Sissy Spacek was Carrie. Christopher Walken. We had a Children of the Corn already. Could it have been The Mist? I don't remember him in The Mist. It wasn't one of the main guys. He wasn't the main guy, at least. Dead Zone or Apt Pupil. Dead Zone, yay. Ed Harris. Ooh, it's not Misery, not The Running Man. Secret Window was Needful Things. Yay, Needful Things. Tom Hanks was the guard in The Green Mile. John Cusack. Oh, I saw him, and I was like, oh, this is John Cusack. And I think it was the picture for 1408. Yes. Jason Clarke. Ooh. Maybe played the guy in Pet Sematary. Okay. River Phoenix. So definitely nothing after like 1992. My guess would be Stand By Me. Yes. Kathy Bates is Misery, of course. Annie Wilkes. Ian McKellen. Ooh. I think I did a Needful Things already. I feel like Drew Barrymore would probably be our fire starter. So Cell versus Apt Pupil. Yeah, going wrong. Okay, I mentioned Bill Skarsgård for It. Jack Nicholson is The Shining. Anthony Hopkins is Hearts in Atlantis. Drew Barrymore is Firestarter. And we are back to Joan Allen, who is the last one we haven't picked from. We did our It. Did we do our Thinner yet? She might have been the Gypsy? No, she was A Good Marriage. Okay, little bit below average. Again, mostly just guessing stuff that I did not know, but I got the ones that I would have known. So, what are you going to do? Halloween Trivia Grid. I know we're a little bit after Halloween, but it feels festive enough that I figure we might as well try it. So this is The Simpsons, probably. Yes, it is. Dr. Jonathan Crane is the Scarecrow. Scarecrow. There we go. What Gothic work? The Raven. Shout out to the late, great James Earl Jones for narrating the Treehouse of Horror, The Raven. That is a Banshee. Halloween, I mentioned Samhain earlier. That's the Gaelic harvest festival that originates from. Phasmophobia, probably the fear of ghosts. Who is the main antagonist? It is Chucky or Charles Lee Ray. Allium sativum is garlic. Garlic. Okay. Swiss Corporation. Nestle? Yeah. What well-known Jim Varney character? That was probably Ernest. Folklore dictates silver bullets and stuff. It's the Great Pumpkin. I do not know who we would have mistaken. Grim Reaper is holding a scythe. Danny Elfman was the Oingo Boingo guy. Frankenberry is Count Chocula. English actor. Ooh! English actor. Was Boris Karloff English? Was he Frankenstein? Or was that... Yeah, I guess it would have been Karloff, right? Romania is home to Transylvania. Let's see here. You are a werewolf if you are a lycanthrope. Let's see here. John Landis directed a 13... Ooh. I always forget that must be Thriller. It was directed by John Landis. That was John Carpenter, not to be confused with the first one of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And that is Van Helsing. So let's see what we've got. Enter the phrase. Okay, so we have an Haveeag. Okay, so let's have a ghastly Halloween. And then this is going to be... I mean, how many characters are there in this The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown? Specifically the ones that end with Y. So let's see. There's Linus, Lucy, Snoopy? Yay! 100%. Now we are on track. Average being 58, a lot better than average. Yay us. Definitely, I think Jim Varney probably caught a lot of people up. Ernest is not necessarily the most common pop culture reference of this day and age. Danny Elfman for Oingo Boingo probably would have been a little bit tricky. If you didn't know that one Family Guy joke about, oh no, John Williams, now I gotta do the rest of this thing with Danny Elfman. Let's see. Van Helsing probably as well. I mean, you can get it based on famed Vampire Hunter, but definitely tricky. And then Samhain, like I mentioned, like it is a definitely not an unknown holiday, but definitely not the most commonly known holiday either. All right. We are narrowing down our tabs as we go to words in titles of Stephen King books. Can you pick the words that are from the title of a Stephen King book without picking any that aren't? Let's see what we have got here. Okay, so we know there's the Dead Zone. We know Needful Things. We know Pet Cemetery. We know, Rose Madder. It, from It. The Dark Tower. Christine from Christine. Salem's Lot. Is there like a Lizzie something? I don't know. Maine just feels like a trap. Let's see. A lot of these feel like traps. Mile, definitely. Gerald's Game. Let's see. Kid, Funeral. We have 20 things left. Oh my god. Let's see here. Knife, Woods, Shift, Story, Tremor, Loved, Past, Fly, Bag. Oh, Stand By Me. Well, Stand By Me, but the book was The Body, so I'm not sure if that would have been right. Hearts, Ghost, Fang. Sheesh. I feel like there was a hope of some kind. Nope, not hope. Okay, so that's one wrong. Okay, but it doesn't at least end my game, so I don't have to be worried about that. Let's see. Seasons of something, yes. 8 just seems... I know there's an 8 somewhere, and I forget what it is. Killer Lizzie. No, not a Lizzie? Okay. Different things. Yeah. I'll try a Stand. Oh, it is Stand. Oh, The Stand, not Stand By Me. Of course. Eyes. Something about that. Blade, Thunder, Thirst, House. Okay, House of some kind. Again, like, I'm just also kind of narrowing down based on the ones that I'm like, this can't be right. Cycle makes sense. It just seems really weird. 4, he likes his numbers. Half likes his numbers. Let's see here. Nightmares, Nautilus, Story. Let's try Story. There we go. Loved, Past, Fly, Bag. Bag seems specific. Let's see here. Crew. I didn't think it was warm. I just thought that'd be fun. Hearts for sure. Funeral, Kid. Okay, Kid. There's probably some like extremely obvious thing that I'm just not pulling right now. Maine feels like a trap. Boy, yeah, I didn't think so, but what are you gonna do? The Loved Ones, is that? No, The Loved Ones was like Ethan Wall, wasn't it? They loved something. Tremors, no. Okay, 83%. I'm fine with that. What were we missing? Nightmares just felt trappy as well. I should have gone with Buick because Buick is just so specific. I'm like, that's gotta be it. Dragon I wouldn't have gotten. Alright, 83%. Moving on to Stephen King Books as Friends episodes. This one just stood out as fun. So it's all going to be like the one with the XYZ. So let's go ahead and try it. The one with the vampires. And remember now that Salem's Lot. Where is that? There it is. The one with your number 1 fan. That is going to be Misery. The one with the prom is Carrie. The one with the lycanthrope or werewolf. Ooh. Oh, Cycle of the Werewolf. That's why they didn't say the word werewolf. Christine was a Plymouth Fury, and I forgot to go full screen on this one, so there we go. Christine. The one with the phoners. I don't know. The one with Blaine the Mono. Nope. The Lobstrosities? Wow. The one with Gage. Oh, I know Gage. That's a name I recognize. Is that the bad guy from The Stand? Question mark? I'll go back to that one later. The one with the Rabbit Dog is Cujo. One with Captain Trips. Oof. The one with John Coffey is the Green Mile. Where's the Green Mile? There it is. The one with JFK is 11/22/63. Ah! Okay, there it is. The one with the clown is It. The one with the shop is the shop. Probably Pet Cemetery? Maybe Dreamcatcher? Not sure. The one with the amusement park. Joyland. That makes sense. The one with the alien parasites. I don't know. The one with the kidnapped baby. Alright, so now we're cycling back around. I think Gage is The Stand. No, not The Stand. Okay. Where's Gage from? Maybe Pet Cemetery? I know nothing about that one. The one with Captain Trips, the one with Lobstrosities, Blaine the Mono, the Phoners, the kidnapped baby, the alien parasites, and the shop. I think the shop is not Pet Cemetery. Captain Trips, Lobstrosities, Blaine the Mono. The Phoners might be The Stand. No, I'm just gonna say everything is The Stand. Alright, there we go. The one with the alien parasites. Oof. That doesn't make sense at all. Cell. No. The one with the kidnapped baby. Firestarter. No. Okay, I don't care. Blaze, Cell, Dreamcatcher. No. Okay, that's the other one. Like, I knew Gage was a name that I'd heard of, but no. And then I never read any of the Dark Tower. Not going to be able to tell 2 versus 3. And then the shop is Firestarter. Alright, whatever. Running out of tabs, going on to Spooky Celebrations. I love a good word ladder. Should be relatively simple. Let's see what we do. So to burn our charge, the first one I saw is going to be sear. Put on clothes is going to be wear. Transition is going to be wean. So sort of the premise of these, if you're not familiar, is that each word on the ladder changes by 1 letter. So you go from wean, change the N to an R to get wear, change the W to an S to get sear, change the R to a T to get seat, etc. So change the S to Pete. Annoying person is going to be a pest. Letters or mail is going to be post. The price of something is going to be the cost. Young male horse is a colt. Coca-Cola. Prolonged unconsciousness is a coma. Fine-tooth comb. Loudcroft raids tombs. Large is a tome. Feral is going to be tame. Exaggerated story is a tall tale. Light in color is pale. To trim or or cut away. Ooh, not sure. Trim or cut away. Pair, of course. Portion of the whole is a part. Lively and good health is going to be... Ooh. Heart? I don't know. No. Ogres and Oolongs, T's. You can kind of work your way back as well. Give P's a chance. Writing implements are pens. Pent up. And then you can kind of tell based on the 2 letters that are changing. It's going to be either part... Or sorry. Pant or pert. Pert. That makes sense. Now we're going back. LL Bean. Capital of Switzerland. Not by law, but de facto is burn. Brought into existence. Rob Lowe. Then we have lore. Interesting person is a boar. Born is brought into existence. Gordie Howe. They howl at the moon. Super receptacle's a bowl. Cottonseed capsule is... Cottonseed capsule? Woof. Spherical sporting good is a ball. Then we have a... oof. Oh, bowl, like a boll weevil. And finally a hall. Yay! So what was the thing? Spooky celebration. So we have Halloween costume parties. Oh my god, Halloween costume parties. Alright, kudos to you, author of the quiz. Good job. Very fun puns. Let's go ahead. I haven't been super enjoying the Stephen King one, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this one off, and then I will do the last non-Stephen King one. So these are... We are looking for words that start with these letters to fill in the blanks. So I know Needful Things, Children of the Corn, from I don't know, Dolores Claiborne. Oh, these would have been very helpful for the words that are in Stephen King novels that I didn't know. The Dark Tower 3, The Wastelands, Low Men in Yellow Coats, The Dead Zone, Under the Dome, The Tommyknockers, The Running Man. Ooh, something in Apt. Oh my gosh, the Apt thing did come up earlier and I'm not remembering it. Uncle Owen's Truck. How many uncles could there be? Uncle, I don't know. The Green Mile, Salem's Lot, The Colorado Kid. Oh, it is The Colorado Kid. Cool. Into the Death Room. Oh, In the Death Room. Cool. The Girl Who Loved Tom. No. 40 Past Midnight, maybe? No. 5 Past Midnight? No. 50 Past Midnight? No. 15 Past Midnight? No. Are there any other numbers? 4 Past Midnight. Hey, there we go. Empire of the Dragon, maybe? No. The Egg of the Dragon? No. From Hearts in Atlantis? Yes. And then from a Body 8? No. The Girl Who Loved Tom. I don't know who Tom is there. The Dark Half, was it? Yeah, it was. Something After Sunset. I don't know that one. Apt. They gave me this as an option, and I just do not remember it. The road violently heads north. No, I don't know. Alright, gonna give up. Alright, still above average. Otto's Truck. Okay, I had to gone with O names, but I was not thinking of that one. Oh, that's from a Buick 8. I was wondering where the Buick came in. The Eyes of the Dragon, Sure Girl Love Tom Gordon, Just After Sunset, The Road Virus Heads North. Okay, interesting. I wouldn't have got At Pupil is, yeah, that came up, but I was not going to remember it. Alright, kudos to you if you did. I was not going to because I zone out at the most inopportune times. Alright, I believe we have one tab left. Spooky Anagrams. Let's go ahead and get started on that and see what we can do. So October 31st is going to be Halloween as an anagram of Whole Lane. Eerie is an anagram, Spooky and Mysterious. Waiting Menacingly is Lurking. Mothpan is a Phantom. Incubus is a Demon from a Nightmare. Arsenic, perhaps? Yes, it is. Midnight is 12 o'clock. Twilight is dusk. Rancid is putrescent. Attic is the highest room, although doesn't have to be haunted, just a house. Disruptive spirit is a poltergeist. Not explainable by science is paranormal. Vacuous deserted is empty. Absence of light is darkness. And finally, write out the secret message. Help, I am trapped. Wow. If you take the first letter of each of the answers, we get help, I am trapped. Yes, you are trapped, alone, forgotten, afraid, forever. On the plus side, though, you solved the quiz. Congratulations. Oh my god, what a way to end it off. That is very fun, very sassy. And like I said, that is the last quiz that we have got, so I feel like that's a pretty decent point to leave off. Make sure that you've put, how you did in the comments. Like, let me know which of the quizzes you liked, which of the quizzes you were not as much of a fan of. You can feel free to, shout at me for being such an idiot on some of the answers that I wasn't getting. That's part of the fun of playing trivia along with someone playing it on stream, I know. And, make sure that you're checking off all of the boxes that you got to check off for YouTube. So, like, comment, subscribe, do all of the fun things that, YouTubers always ask you to do. Let me know what other games are out there you want me to play. I will say that hopefully there is another game that I am looking forward to that also kind of coincides with the spooky theme. I'm hoping to have that up in the next couple days. Look forward to that. In the meantime, make sure that you are staying engaged, stay involved, staying cool, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!